The black church used to be the heartbeat of the civil rights movement, but where is that energy now? So a few weeks ago, I went to the African American Museum and I learned a lot. But one thing that really stood out to me was how involved the black church was in so many things. So many movements, so many protests, so many boycotts, so much organizing that they were involved in. And even just like the creation and the start of like HBCUs and like other big organizations that we know today and like pillars in the black community were started or created or initiated or pushed by the black church. So it's just so interesting to me today when I think of the black church as someone who grew up in the church. I don't go to church anymore. I'm not religious, but someone who grew up in the church. I can't recall moments where I feel like we really were trying to advance the progress of black people. Yes, we had community outreach, we donated, we volunteered. There were things that we did that assisted the community. But I feel like now when I think of the black church, I do not think of them as like a pillar as far as fighting for black rights and fighting for the advancement and the progress of black people. I don't feel that way. And I'm just curious what you guys think. I feel like when I went to church, it was very much focused on how you get more people to come to the church, how do we get more people to donate to the church, how do we get more people to join the church. And I feel like our sermons and what the pastor talks about was very much the Bible, very much that. Very rarely did we talk about the black community at large. During elections, it would come up and stuff, or if something like Hurricane Katrina happened, it would be like a moment where we donate and we would talk about it, but then it would stop. It wouldn't be this huge focus of like, how do we progress black people? How can we take a stance in voting or the government or making sure that the leaders get picked correctly for our city or our area? Like, I don't remember that. And I don't remember there just being much talk about the progression of black people. So I'm just curious if you guys feel the same way. I have not been in church in probably like over a decade. I'm just curious, the black people that do go to church, do you feel like it has that same energy being a part of the black church that it did years ago? I feel like if anything, the black church is so conservative now. I feel like it's so focused on like holding up that conservative energy that I feel like sometimes the black church can be even white adjacent in the ways that conservative, people operate. So I'm just curious to know what people think because that really was on my mind. Like, wow, the black church did so much to advance us during civil rights. And now I kind of feel like sometimes the black church is what's holding us back, to be honest. I know some people might be upset with that, but I really do feel like the black church holds us back. I feel like it limits us where we are now. And I think it's focused on the wrong things. And a lot of it is money and a lot of it is just getting people to come to the church. But it's like, what movements are we operating? How are we actually helping people? Especially when it comes to our people. And what big movements has the black church done recently?